Welcome back to the Student of the Game podcast. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. All right, so hey, let's talk about Candyman 2021. All right, so this movie here, directed by Nia DaCosta, who's going to be directing Captain Marvel 2, and it was written by Jordan Peele, who I'm a fan of. I was a fan of this guy ever since back in Mad TV days. All right, it's very funny, very comical. The movie stars Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Tiana Paris, who else? Coleman Domingo, who's a fabulous actor. Vanessa Williams, she reappears in this movie here, continuing to play her role from the original Candyman that came out in 1992. Was it 1992? Damn, it's been 20 years ago. Good God. But anyways, all right. So this movie here, man, like the concept, like I tell you what, the acting in this movie, I feel like the acting was good. Everyone who acted in this film, I felt like they all understood the assignment, all right? So there's no knock on the acting. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, I mean, I could see why a lot of people have him as a potential person to play T'Challa if the Marvel decides to recast that role. Hell, if he became T'Challa, I'm a fan of. I support that decision. I'm not a big fan of this movie. I wasn't a fan. I didn't like how he portrayed. I didn't like his character as Morpheus in the last Matrix movie, but I liked his character in this movie more than how he played in Morpheus. How he played as Morpheus, but his acting wasn't good enough to save this film from itself because he has no control over the film. So I felt like this young man, he understood the assignment. He did his job. Now, when I think about Candyman, you know, to me, Candyman is up there with Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Leatherface, Chucky, Angela. For those who don't know who Angela is, that's from the Sleepaway Camp movies. Check those movies out. They're very good. What else? Ghostface, big time. Did I say Michael Myers? Of course I said Michael Myers. Pinhead, so this movie here reminded me as if they did a Nightmare on Elm Street movie or a Friday the 13th movie and you didn't see Jason or Freddy Krueger in the movie. They was in there for 2 minutes? That's what this movie was. Tony Todd is still living. So Tony Todd, he is Candyman, okay? Now I could see if they did this movie where, okay, well, like they did that 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street where they had a different actor other than Robert Englund to play Freddy Krueger. Okay, fine. But we all know if you have Robert Englund in that movie, he's going to be Freddy Krueger, all right? Nobody else. Well, Tony Todd was in the movie, but, they took away the credit from his Candyman. They made it seem like there's different versions of Candyman, like some type of variant or something. And I did not like that. As a matter of fact, speaking of Friday the 13th, this reminds me of the Jason Goes to Hell, which interesting concept, how they did Jason Goes to Hell. They gave so many people the opportunities to be Jason Voorhees because his soul will go into other people. That's fine and stuff, but everybody doesn't deserve to have the power of Jason Voorhees. Just like everybody doesn't deserve to have the power of Candyman, okay? He is a horror villain, all right? And it's an interesting concept, but when we have not seen a Candyman movie, I'm including the sequels that they had back in the day. I think it was like 3 or 4 sequels in over 15, 16 years. And y'all come back with this? No, man, because here's the thing with the Friday the 13th movies. That was like Friday the 13th, 9 or 10 before they came with Jason Goes to Hell. So that means they pretty much exhausted almost all of the possible ideas they could with Jason Voorhees at that time. So I get that, the reason why they allowed him to go from person to person in person, But on this one here, man, like we've been waiting on Candyman. The trailer was awesome. Like the acting was awesome. I think Nia DaCosta is a good director, but I think Jordan Peele got in the way on this one because it was written by him and he was an executive producer. And also in this movie, they changed the origin story of Candyman. They turned it into the police beat him down and all this stuff. And, that's how he became who he became and stuff. And then they had the nerve to try to make it seem like he's some folk hero or something like that. No, Candyman is is a super villain, man. He's a super villain, super horror iconic villain. Let Candyman be that. Don't change it. You know, you don't have to overcomplicate it, you know. Keep it simple. You know, I was looking forward to watching a true traditional horror movie, horror story, because you know why? They basing it off a true traditional horror character in Candyman, okay? But they made the movie, they tried to make the movie too smart, I guess, and they tried to make it so smart to where it just did not make sense. Now, some of you may say, well, T, you didn't enjoy it because, you know, you didn't understand the movie. You didn't understand it. I understood it. I understood it. You know, this is not the Da Vinci Code. This is not brain surgery. You know, they took away a lot of horror elements of the movie to make it kind of like more wokish, I guess, which I have no problem with the political agendas and all that being in the movie, because when you break it down, you can find some type of political agenda in every horror movie, all right? But don't sacrifice the horror. You know, keep it simple. Like, if I'm going to watch a comedy movie, I expect to laugh. You can have your political agenda in there, but I want to be able to laugh because it's a comedy show. All right. But this movie here, man, like they took away a lot of that. They took away a lot of that. Like it just did not make sense. This, in a horror movie, I'm expecting to have at least 3 to 5 scenes where I'm just, oh man, oh god damn, did you see that? Wow. I'm expecting that. When I'm watching a horror movie, if there's no, god damn, oh man, did you see that? Oh man, ow. If I'm not doing any of that, then guess what? It's not a scary movie. It's not a scary movie. Like, you can have like some of the worst horror movies, the worst scripts or worst acting ever. But guess what? They're going to have those moments. What makes it a horror movie is that it's going to be moments where it's going to make you go, oh man, boom, pow, scared. Don't go there. Watch out. Oh man, why they do that? You know, and in this movie here, I would say, you know, the best moment, not the scariest moment, because this movie was not scary. The best moment in this movie was when Tiana Parris' character, she went to that laundromat. Sorry, spoiler alerts, people. She went to that laundromat and there was like a basement. Basement, yeah. She opened the door and stairs going down there, and it's very, very dark. Most movies, you see people go down there and investigate. She opened up the door and she say, nope, close the door. That was the best scene in this movie, man. The best scene that made sense, all right? And it's like, it's been a while since I've seen a character do that in a movie. But this movie here, man, I mean, Coleman Domingo, this dude here, I'm telling you, I love how he narrates stuff. This dude here is an awesome actor. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever they do the X-Men in the MCU and they need an Apocalypse, I think this guy should be the voice of Apocalypse or be the voice of Galactus. I think he can pull that role off. Excuse me, y'all. I got a 3-year-old in there. He's fussing at his older brother, so bear with me. But anyways, this movie here, man, scale to 1 to 10, man, I'm giving it a 5. I'm giving it a 5 because I felt like it was disrespectful to the original Candyman. I want to, you know, now if this movie was not called Candyman and they said it wasn't a horror movie, maybe it could be one of those movies like when you go to Blockbuster back in the day where it's in the category of the suspense section, like with Basic Instinct or something like that. Yeah, it could be over there with that, but this is not a horror movie. Like what I felt like they did a freaking Trojan horse on us. They said, hey, this is a horror movie, and they got you gassed up to go see a horror movie, but they say, you know what? We trick you. There's no horror. We glad we got you in though, because we said it's a horror movie, and we're gonna give you this in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all. Like that. It just didn't make sense. Well, I understand, and what I mean by make sense, I understood the movie. I understood the concept. I just did not like it. I didn't enjoy it. This is not a Candyman movie. And that's what I'm upset about. Like, the assignment is simple. If you're going to do a movie called Candyman, well, you make it about Candyman. It's not called Candyman. So it should not have been more than one Candyman. They had Candyman in there. I did not like that. Like, they put this guy, the guy on there, Coleman Domingo, was telling his story back in the 70s, and this guy come out. I'm like, that's not Tony Todd. No. And Tony Todd is in the movie. Like, no, that dude is not Candyman. There's one Candyman because his story started off back in the slavery times. Okay? His story takes place before they even came up with their own variants and stuff of this. So but I can't not hate on the actors on here because they're not the ones writing the movie, you know? So that was Jordan Peele, that was Nia DaCosta. So, but I hope Captain Marvel 2 is a lot better. We know Tiana Paris is going to be in there also. So, but anyways, I give this movie a 5 out of 10. I mean, I was very disappointed. I mean, I gave it a 5. You know, I think I probably would have given this movie a 3 if it wasn't called Candyman, you know. But anyway, share your thoughts in the comment section below and let me know, what did you think about the Candyman 2021 movie? Did you like the movie? Did you not like the movie? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Student of the Game Podcast. Peace out.